talk e-collars. How's everybody doing? So, I was thinking about this the other day, and I thought, hey, let me share some information. I own a couple different e-collars. I've had them for a little while. It's just my thoughts and what I think and feel, which one might be better, or pros and cons. So, I guess we'll just get right into it. So, this is my Tri-Tronic collar. I think it's Flyweight 2. Of course, now it's owned by Garmin. They bought Tri-Tronics, was it 10, 11 years ago? Might be a little longer. So if you buy a Garmin that kind of looks like this, it was probably modeled after Tri-Tronic. So I had this one, Jesus, when I got my second lab. That would have been Rose. Dozer's 2, I was 13, so that would have been 15 years ago. Holy crap, 15 years ago is when I got this e-collar because I used it on my second lab. If you've never used an e-collar, you get an e-collar, you're probably going to love it. Especially if you're somebody that doesn't have a lot of time to train a dog. If you're just taking your dog out for probably 10-20 minutes a day to try to train a dog. I know how difficult that is because my first dog, I didn't have an e-collar. Then I went to an e-collar. Game changer. Total game changer. Of course, let's admit it. I mean, your dog gets a little stimulus. It's instant. And they don't. Soon as they realize that e-collar is on them, there's no playing around. I mean, you'll get your 10, 15, or like I said, 20 minutes of work. If your dog's willing to work that hard, and you're done. You're not futzing around chasing your dog all over the place. Especially young dogs, you know how they don't like to listen. They got tons of energy, so that's why I went and got an e-collar. So this e-collar here, of course, Tri-Tronics of Flyweight 2. Like I said, I used this for pretty much 15 years. I started to train my dog I have now, Dozer, and the first year that I had the collar, knucklehead wasn't paying attention, I guess. So the first thing that happened is I lost the battery. Of course, on Tri-Tronics, there's a battery that disconnects. And it's probably, I don't know, a couple inches long, the size of the base of this, and it just clicks on. I do like that because the one thing I do like about it, that it comes off, is you get this base and it clicks right in this base and it's solid. There's no, you're not plugging a plug into it. It's got the 2 tabs on the bottom that once it clicks in, you'll get a red light. You get a green light when it's charged. You're good to go. I mean, on the same charger, this is the charger for the collar for the receiver, and that just clicks right in there. You don't have to take the collar off. You just click it in. So they both click into the same chargers plugged in the wall. You're good to go. With this one, which I didn't really need because I only have one dog that I'm really training at the time. This one, you can set it for 3 different dogs. I think the new ones now, it's like the Garmin Pro 70. I think you can actually set it. They have settings for 6 dogs, which I think the average person has no use for training 6 dogs. You might have a couple. Yeah, I think that's pretty much that collar. I think they go out to, the new ones go out to a mile. I'm gonna assume this is the same. I've never trained a dog out to a mile. Maybe 300 yards. I mean, I can't see needing to run a dog out to a mile, but that's just me. I mean, I use the dog to hunt. I don't do retriever trials or anything. So that leads me to the next collar I got, because like I said, I lost the battery. I was gonna buy a new battery, and then somehow, I don't know if it was my dog or one of the dogs in the house, got a hold of the collar. Chewed the crap out of the collar. So where the receiver, the collar wraps around the receiver, the tabs broken off, so the collar wouldn't stay on it anymore. So I was gonna have to buy a new receiver, a new battery, and I just didn't feel like futzing with that, so I ended up going to, of course, Amazon and getting a sport dog. This one's a couple years old. I'm not even sure what I paid for it. I happened to look it up to see what the new ones are. It seems like they range from like 175, 185, which I don't think is too terrible, because I know the Garmin 70 is like $299. I mean, I didn't really look. There might be something a model down or a couple models down from the Pro 70. Might be a couple bucks cheaper, which I'm assuming if they do, it'll have just set up for like this guy. You can set up 3 dogs or maybe 1 dog. So the sport dog. So that's the controller for it. It's got 7 settings, which I think the receiver on the Tri-Tronic, I think this one puts out more of a kick than this one. I use this one on my new lab I have now, Dozer. Big dude, strong dog. He can fight through this one. I mean, this goes up to 6, 7. And when I first was using this, he would fight through it. He would fight through that thing. This has 6 settings. We won't even get to 5. So I don't know if I was using this one or what the difference between the two are, but I just know that he was less resistant on this one than this one. So, but like I said, he's a big dog, and he's a very driven dog. When I bought the dog, I was told it's a high drive dog, and there's no doubt about it. So I do have the collar to this one, because this is the one I'm using now. That would be the receiver and the collar. I only got, of course, this is only for 1 dog. You get the 1 collar. I know, like this one comes in a nice big plastic case. Actually, I think I got one in the case. I'll be right back. Got it. So this is the case that Tri-Tronic came in. The sport dog just comes in a box. The foam's gone. There was actually a foam insert in here that everything sat into, which is kind of nice. I mean, if you are that type of person where you like to keep everything in its spot, this stuff I'd rather just keep it in a bag with the bumpers and stuff. So yeah, this is the collar, like I said before. The thing with the sport dog I don't really care for, I don't know if it's really a big deal, but this has these little plugins, you know, like your cell phone or whatever. And I really don't care for those, because let's admit, after a while, I mean, here's the plug. And if you're not careful, I mean, I think like a cell phone, after a while, you bend these enough, they're toast. Or that one, I mean, the plugs are on the Tri-Tronic. I mean, they got that angle on them, so I think there's less chance of them getting bent. I mean, when they sit on a counter, you know, like so. That I definitely prefer on the Tri-Tronics. The charging systems, the way they charge, versus where they just plug us into these. I guess one of the bigger things that you'll notice between the two is size of the controllers. This sucks. You go hunting with this thing after a while, and you've got it hanging off, like hanging clip. You got a clip or a hook, and it just seems to be in the way. And then you're trying to put it in a pocket, and it's just, It's just so big. It's a pain in the ass. That I don't care for. Oh, this cover does not come with it. You have to buy this separately. So if you just buy the, like I said, which is now Garmin, I don't believe they're going to give you a cover. I think it's just the controller. So you've got this controller that's a couple inches longer than this. If I had a tape measure, you would think on my taxidermy stuff here, I'd have a tape measure, which I don't. I can't believe I don't close tape measures in here. Somebody must have stole it. But anyways, yeah, this is just a compact. Like I said, it looks small now, but you got to realize there's a battery on it that's that much longer, and it just sucks to carry around. And like I said, this thing's small. You can put it in your pocket. It does have a clip on it. I would never clip it in anything because I'd be too afraid to lose it. It would definitely go in a pocket. I generally am wearing something with a pocket in the front of me, like a sweatshirt. When I go hunting, either sweatshirt, waders, something. That's kind of where I like to keep it. Or like one of the, like the fanny packs with your shells in it. I like using those too. It does come with a lanyard. It's all tangled up. I don't know how this is tangled up. But anyways, so it does come with a lanyard that you connect to it, but I really don't care for crap hanging around my neck like that. I mean, yeah, I guess you could put a lanyard on this, but I definitely wouldn't like that. Anything else that I can think of? So like I said, I've had that for 15 years. The Sport Dog I've had for 2. And if I were to buy one right now, even if they're the same price, say if they're the same price, what one would I buy? I'd buy this one all day long. Just because of this right here, the remote. It's so much smaller. This just sucks lugging around. I know there's, like, I think the Garmin's probably more robust than what the Sport Dog is. But I think in the end, I'm like, even if I had to replace the plug a few years from now, I'd rather have to just replace a plug than lug that thing around. So yeah, that's pretty much my take on these two. If you have known one or the other, I mean, somebody might have the Garmin or the Tri-Tronic and they're diehard on that. Hey, let me know if there's something I missed on the new ones on the new Garmins that might outshine the Sport Dog. Let me know. Send me a message. Share. Don't be afraid. So yeah, that's pretty much my take, and I think that's about it. And hopefully I get back on track with some more videos shortly. So hope y'all take it easy. Bye.